Hello, friends. I'm Jay Todd. That's the Bellagio, and here's what's happening this week in gambling. Hello, friends, and welcome to This Week in Illegal Gambling. Yeah, at least that's what all the news is about, so that's what we're going to be talking about. But we begin with this week's big story. The hot streak for Las Vegas and the state of Nevada continued in the month of October as they once again brought in over $1 billion in gambling revenue. That marked the 20th consecutive month that they've generated over $1 billion in revenue. But according to our friends at the American Gaming Association, that's just a drop in the bucket. A new report from the AGA says that over $500 billion a year, that's $500 billion every year, is bet on illegal black market gambling in this country. That includes everything from your corner bookie to your backroom gambling den, and especially illegal, offshore, unregulated gambling sites. That $500 billion a year translates to about $4.5 billion a year in lost tax revenue that should be going to the states. Instead, it's mostly going offshore to these illegal online gambling operators. So now, that $1 billion month for Nevada doesn't seem quite so impressive. We recently spoke to the AGA about this very issue, and now we've published that interview to our YouTube channel. We speak to Chris Silkey, their Senior Vice President of Government Relations, about illegal online gambling, as well as those backroom gambling halls and local sports betting bookies. The AGA states that most of that $500 billion lost to illegal gambling every year goes offshore for about $340 billion a year, making the unregulated online gambling market worth 3 times as much money as the regulated American market. Now, certainly not every offshore gambling site is run by someone who's dishonest. In fact, many sites that are unregulated in this country are in fact regulated in other countries. But understand this: most reputable, regulated online gambling sites in other countries won't take an American player. Now, I seriously doubt that any person in America would ever be prosecuted for playing at one of these unregulated offshore gambling websites. However, while it may not be too terribly difficult to get your money into one of those websites, getting it out again may be considerably more difficult. Even honest, reputable online casino operators who are regulated in another country may find it difficult to impossible to send an American any money. Banks, credit cards, and wallets like PayPal just don't work with them. And if the site you're playing at is not so honest and not so regulated, well, that's a whole other story. Believe it or not, some of these offshore unregulated websites are not run by the nicest of people. If you win big, they might not pay you. If you request a withdrawal, they might not send it to you. Believe me, having worked in this industry for over 20 years, I've seen it happen. And guess what? Because they're unregulated and offshore, there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
This week's exclusive offer is for Heavy Chips. Right now, you can take advantage of Casino City player specials for the Heavy Chips Casino and other sites. Simply follow the link in this video's description to visit online.casinocity.com for the details.
As we head toward the Christmas holidays, we have a brand new game review to share with you for the Book of Mrs. Claus online slot, a 5-reel, 3-row, 10-pay line game from our friends at Microgaming. There are wild symbols, a bonus round, and the Hyperspins feature, where players can respin individual reels for the price listed at the bottom. And the Book of Mrs. Claus symbol acts as a scatter, unlocking up to 25 bonus spins. You can find this game review along with hundreds more on our YouTube channel. And finally this week, for those of you interested in the new Dream Hotel in Las Vegas, you might want to know they just got bought out before they even opened by the Hyatt Corporation. And it wasn't just the Dream Hotel in Las Vegas. Hyatt purchased the entire Dream Hotel group. Now, Dream Las Vegas is still moving forward, slated to open early in 2025. If you'd like to drive by and take a look at the place, it's located on the south end of the Strip near the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. You know, down by the airport. It's between the Harley dealership and the Pinball Hall of Fame. Yeah, there's a dead raccoon on the road out in front. You can't miss it.
So you're telling me there's a chance?